Welcome to the EPL Wrap Up, where we cover this match day in a nice, quick speed run. Title leaders, Chelsea drop points. The title race is now blown wide open, and a lot more to come. So let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. And yes, we go straight to the Emirates, where Arsenal were hosting Newcastle. And Eddie Howe did not get the start as Newcastle manager as desired. Missed last week due to COVID, was on the sideline this time round, and Arsenal were just way too strong. Saka got the scoring underway just after the halftime break, and Martinelli made it 2-0. Newcastle, though, the question begs to be asked, what is happening there? Yes, there is so much to be discussed on the Newcastle front, but I'm thinking we need to wait for the transfer window. Arsenal, on the other hand, picked up where they left off prior to the loss to Liverpool, and they're back in winning ways. They will face Manchester United on the weekend, which I am sure to be a cracking battle. Then we travel, see Aston Villa, who defeated Crystal Palace away. Steven Gerrard had his team in the perfect line. Taggart and McGinn getting the scoring on the score sheet for Aston Villa, with Crystal Palace scoring a 95th minute consolation goal. But at the end of the day, there are problems there at Crystal, and Stevie G seems to be getting his way with this squad. But one of the better results of the weekend goes to Liverpool, who defeated Southampton at home 4-0. Diego Jota getting on the score sheet twice, as well as Alcantara and Van Dijk. But the story comes, Diego Jota playing a FIFA game prior to the fixture, then having to quit midway through, and had his team went on the score sheet twice for his team, scoring the opening 2 goals. Liverpool now sit 2 points behind league leaders Chelsea as they push through, hoping to get back into the runnings. Now, Norwich and Wolves played a 0 draw, where Norwich dominated most of the fixture, but were unlucky to get onto the score sheet, as well as Brighton and Leeds, which ended in a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw also, as we make our way. Brentford were hosting Everton, and it was just non-stop from the get-go. Everton could have scored on multiple occasions, but just struggled to get it. And it came down to the end, where Brentford were awarded a penalty, and it was converted by Tooney, and they walked away as 1-0 victors. Then we travel to Leicester, who were hosting Watford in what was an amazing fixture. Let me just pull this image up here. It is a phenomenal image. Snow hampered the Premier League all around, and this game was one of the most interesting fixtures, in my opinion. Just watching it, you couldn't see the ball. After beating United 4-1 last week and leading to Ole's demise, Leicester defeated Watford 4-2, and it was just an amazing turn up. They had everything in this game. Vardy getting a double, King converting a penalty, and Dennis getting on the score sheet for Watford. Maddison and Lookman also getting on the score sheet for Leicester. Brendan Rodgers getting the campaign back on track. They've had a shaky couple of weeks, but they took the game to Ranieri's men and walked away with the 3 points. Without further ado, let's move on as we see another snow-struck game. It was West Ham who travelled to face Manchester City. And Manchester City, well, Gundogan and Fernandinho opened the scoring, getting them to a 2-0 lead, and another Lenzini consolation goal, making it a 2-1 at full time. That brings Manchester City within 1 point of league leaders Chelsea. But it was a clinical game for Pep's men here. They should have been way, way ahead, with the likes of Grealish and De Bruyne missing in the midfield due to injuries. They really took this game to West Ham, who knocked them out of the FA Cup earlier this season. But very impressive performance by the boys, and wasn't meant to be for West Ham. As we continue to move on to what was the final fixture of the week, and it was Manchester United traveling to face Chelsea, that is, and it ended in a 1-1 draw. Carrick, the interim manager, the rumours are Ragnarik will be stepping in to become interim manager for the rest of the season, but the talking point was Ronaldo being benched, and you can see in the image there, he's just sitting there watching the game. But it turned out to be beneficial as United took 2 points off title leaders Chelsea. Jorginho making a mess of things at the back and failing to clear, and just put Sancho in on the ball, and then he made amends and converted a penalty. But the question begs to be asked, what is happening here? United basically started with around 7-8 defenders, so they really went to get something out of this fixture. Fred made a mess of things, but also was a star player on the day. It was a fantastic performance with De Gea saving them yet again. Could have went either way. The points were shared on the day, and most probably a fair result. There was one fixture which was postponed, and that was the Burnley-Tottenham fixture, which was postponed due to the heavy snowfall. And as you saw throughout the video, some of these games were hampered dramatically by the snowfall, but the snow at Burnley was just too much, and both managers agreed prior to kickoff that it just wasn't feasible, as they would have had to have stopped the game every 10-15 minutes to clear the lines, let alone the snow. But look, it sets up for a very interesting run to Christmas, with the title race condensing, Chelsea dropping those points, and Liverpool as well as City gaining on them, with Chelsea still leading on 29 points, I believe. Yes, 20 on 30 points. Manchester City on 29 and Liverpool on 28. Then you have a 5-point gap to Arsenal and West Ham, both on 23 points. So, look, guys, don't forget to catch Mo on Everything EPL as he takes a nice deep dive into the English Premier League. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, and we will see you in the next wrap up.